All right, folks, here for another M19 draft. Got kind of rocked with a red-white, pretty decent red-white aggro deck last time. But I guess it's going to happen. All right, in this pack are rare and uncommons. None of them are that great, so I don't think I'm going to be picking any of those. But I think I will take a Stag. I like Stag quite a bit. Quite a good card in the aggressive white decks of various stripes. Definitely a card you want to be aggressive with, but I'm happy to be aggressive. All right, and what to follow it up? We've got a couple good options. Drill Master's a good 2-drop, get some damage in, and usually more than 2 extra damage, because sometimes you let your guys attack when they wouldn't normally be able to, so add their power to it. I do like Bogart Brute and Instigator, both good. But I'm not sure I'm supposed to go out of white for that, so I think I'm just gonna take the Drill Master and see where that leads me. Okay, so Volcanic Dragon's not a bad finisher for kind of the red-white decks. Might be the pick. You can get a lot of 2-drops. Pyromancer's a fine one, but nothing amazing. I think Drill Master's better. So yeah, I don't mind this as just top-end finisher. It's sometimes hard to get the last bit through, and you don't want to load up on expensive stuff in the red-white decks, but having one guy like that is not bad. All right, and here I think I'm fine taking a Shock. Shock's a reasonable card. It clears the way for some of your early guys to get through, and then it's definitely better in the kind of red-white aggressive decks than other decks, just because you care so much more about the early game than other decks do. So I'm going to take that. Take Vengeance, not particularly good in the red-white decks. So let's take Shock, and kind of setting up to be a red-white beatdown deck, which not a terrible place to be. Alright, so this pack, not that much that's exciting here. I don't mind the motivators in these decks. They can definitely do a little bit of work. So I think I'm going to take Motivator. These other red-white cards are pretty much garbage. I don't mind having an Act of Treason in these decks, but I think I'm happy to take a Motivator here. Alright, so now we've got kind of the same pick. Do we want a second Motivator, or do we want an Act of Treason? Neither are super exciting. You generally want one Act of Treason in these decks, and you could play 2 Motivators, but it's not thrilling. So I think I'm going to take an Act of Treason here. Okay, Inspired Charge is a card you're looking for in these decks, generally speaking. Lets you punch through in various ways, so I will take that. And yeah, I like this guy. He's an okay 4-drop. Not one of the, I'd say, premium 4-drops for it, but he definitely does the trick. And yeah, I'll take a Mighty Leap. It's a fine combat trick. You're willing to play 1 or 2 of those. And yeah, not much here. I almost never play Crash Through. I can't imagine what I would splash for, but we'll take the land. And yeah, okay, serviceable 2-drop in the form of the 3/1. All right, we'll take a land. Not always even going to play those lands in the Boros deck just because of worrying about the tap lands, but sometimes you do have kind of annoying mana costs, and actually we're already kind of seeing that here. Ooh, okay. So really we've got a choice between Luminous Bonds and the Angel. I think I like the Luminous Bonds just a little bit better, but they're both very good cards. But I think the Luminous Bonds is really, I mean, they're both necessary components of this deck. Like you really want both of these. And we won't be getting the Angel back, but I think we want to take the Luminous Bonds here. Alright, and we are rewarded because we get the Angel of the Dawn now. I guess Skyscanner's okay in these decks. We'd probably play in a second Inspired Charge, but it's not that exciting. Alright, so now we've got an interesting choice. I think it's just the Cavalry here. It's a little bit hard to get that much value out of the Instigators, because yes, you do play pump spells, but you're going to a lot of turns where you're not playing pump spells, and it's very easy to like play that on turn 2 and they play basically anything, and then their card is not doing anything. And this guy obviously also creates 2 bodies, so I think I'm happy to take him. And here I'm happy to take the Bogart Brute. Lightning Mare is okay. He does get blocked, you know, by everything. I guess it's not blue creatures. I don't really want a Rustwing Falcon. But Bogart Brute is one of the better 3-drops for these sort of decks with that evasion. So I think I'm happy to take a Bogart Brute. Okay. I think here it is just Instigator. It's not a card, like I said, I'm in love with, but we've already got a couple pump spells. So, you know, it's okay. I'm not a big fan of this Hellion. It can definitely punch through for a bit of damage. Looks like he has haste, but he does not. So I think we'll take an Instigator here. That's going to make us prioritize pump spells a little bit more. All right, definitely happy to get another Stag. Stag is a nice one. All right, so now we got to choose between, and it's not much of a choice. We're going to take the 4-2. We got a lot of 4-drops, so we don't really need a 5th one. And Hellion's certainly not convincing me otherwise. All right, I think I'm happy to keep my curve going and just take a Swift Claw, even though he's a little bit mediocre. And now we can pick up our second motivator. He's pretty good with the double Stag. And yeah, I think we can take an Inspire Charge here. If we're playing the Instigator, then it's definitely an option. We might have to look at our 4-drops and see if we really want to play all of them, but... Alright, so if we take another Mighty Leap, it's probably more likely we play 2 Mighty Leaps than we play 1 Falcon. So I'll take that. These picks don't matter. Alright, so pack 3. Okay, well this guy's a Giant Bomb, so we'll take him. Not much else to say about that. This Angel's good too, but it's not even close between the 2 of those, so... We will be taking Demanding Dragon, and we'll be very happy with it. Alright, so... Now we've got to decide between Thud and Bugler. So Bugler is going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 creatures in our deck. It only gets power 2 or less, right? Not a lot. I'm not a giant fan of Thud in these decks. It's okay. You know, you can follow it up after an Inspired Charge to kind of finish them off. We could kind of try to get more stuff for Bugler. Other problem with Bugler is like picking up a Motivator is pretty crappy off him. So we're really looking at like Drill Master and Instigator and Cavalry. Cavalry is obviously like the best thing to get off of them. So maybe let's take Thud. Obviously combo with the Act of Treason. And we got a few guys with decent power. So I think I'm going to take Thud here. I just don't think Bugler's looking to be too great in our deck. Alright, I think Pyromancer we're pretty happy to pick up. And Electrify, I'll take an Electrify. Definitely we're getting a little bit heavy at the 4-drop slot, so we're going to have to think about that during deck building. Okay, not much here. We'll certainly play, I think, 1 Stone Quarry, but not too interested in another. This guy's okay. If we were playing sideboard games, I'd consider picking up one of these guys because they're good against the other aggro decks. But as it stands, I doubt we're going to play either of them. Maybe I'll just take this Stone Quarry. I might change my mind on it, but I don't think I want to play it. Okay. So now we got to choose between an Instigator and a Trumpet Blast. I'm just not a big fan of Trumpet Blast. So I think I'll just pick up an Instigator. Obviously, they're good together. Could also consider taking an Act of Treason, given that we've got the Thud, but it's not that big of an incentive. That being said, are we even going to play Instigator? We're probably not playing one of these. I don't know how to move just one to the sideboard. Oh, that's how you do it. So let's actually see what we're cutting. I guess we're not playing... Are we not playing Havoc Devils? This is 16 lands with what we got right here. I just don't think we're going quite wide enough. We might cut a motivator. I could actually see that. But none of this has really helped me decide what I want to play here. I guess I'm going to take the instigator, but it's only alright. Alright, really don't want to play 3 inspired charges. I guess I'm going to take the Swift Claw. I don't know if we're playing any of these guys, but we'll see in deck building. I like Pyromancer, I think, better than the Swift Claws, generally speaking. Alright, and now we're kind of at the bottom of the barrel here. We could play this guy just for curve purposes. We'll see. Don't think we want the Falcon. Falcon might be better than one of the motivators, but might not be playing either of them. We've got way too many playables right now. Alright, so what are we cutting? Probably cutting one of these. Oops, I cut both. Maybe cutting both. Kind of want to cut one of these 4-drops, so what's our creature count looking like? We got 20 creatures, so we can definitely afford to cut, I think, like a Havoc Devil. So we do have these more expensive guys. We probably want to play 17 lands with this deck, so it means we're going to have to make even more cuts. I guess Linebreaker's not making the cut. We definitely got to shave down some 2-drops here. Instigator can just be really awkward. I think we want to cut this Falcon for sure. So now we've just cut a bunch of creatures. We're at 16 creatures. I think we want to play the Act of Treason. Man, I'm just worried about our hand being shit up by all these 4-drops and expensive cards. How good is Thud in our deck? It's okay. You get some pretty big power off this, like swing, and then you get him for 6 or something off the Ogre, or just 5 off this guy. Maybe we cut one of the Instigators. Those cards just can be quite crappy. Just like totally do nothing. And we got a lot of 2-drops already. It's 7 2-drops, so I think going down to 6 2-drops is okay. Mighty Leap can kind of let you get through and kill them. Like if they don't have any flyers, you just get them for 6 or something like that. So I think I kind of like this. I don't really like cutting the Devils, but I just think for curve purposes we kind of have to. We just can't have too many expensive cards. So I think I'm going to go with this and see how it goes. Alright, up against Mr. Ducky. Man, awkward hands today. Don't think we want to keep this hand. Alright, I guess this is better. I'll put that on bottom. Gonna need to draw pretty reasonably well here. I think we do get the Pyromancer down. Since we don't have a turn 3 play anyway, it doesn't really matter that... Oh, I guess I have to target him. Let's see if we can actually get in. No. And we'll pass. Just getting in. Alright, I think here we're just going to play the Stag and pass. We'll see how much he wants to beat down. Alright, well, we'll get in with the Stag and then play our Cavalry. Not in terrible shape here. Our board looks pretty decent. We've gotten a little bit of damage in. And we got a Luminous Bonds. I think we can go for a double block here. Let's see if he's got the Titanic. It does. All right. Now we've got to decide exactly what we want to do, because definitely in kind of a race situation here. I'm assuming we're going to play our Electrify on something. Probably just the Archer. And we'll do that pre-combat. And I think we'll just attack with this guy and tap down the Basilisk. It's not really going to be blocking with the Stag next turn. I think it's right to get the Archer there. Alright. Hopefully it doesn't have Counterspell. So we can still attack with the Stag. Tap the Basilisk. Then I suppose we could just Luminous Bonds this guy. Alright, he's just chump blocking, I guess. Doesn't have counter magic up, so that's good news. If he had a chance to play, what, a 5-drop last turn, so he could be sitting on, you know, some 6-drop, in which case... I kind of want to just play Pyromancer here and just take another hit for 3. Yeah, I'm going to do it. So this puts him to 10. So we go to 6. And okay, yeah, he has a Dreadmaw. That's kind of what I was afraid of. So we can't just go balls to the wall here because he'll kill us with these guys. But we're definitely going to be casting that on him. And now we have to decide how exactly we're attacking. Certainly Stag's going to get in. And that's probably it. Yeah, I think that's going to be it. I just don't want to die to one removal spell. Alright. So I think we're discarding the Volcanic Dragon here. We're a ways away from casting it. Probably not going to come up this game. Yeah, I think we'll discard the dragon. Alright. So that's good news. So we gotta put down our dragon. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. And then I think we're just passing. I assume he's going to sacrifice Druid to the Cal. Oh, obviously he's going to sack that guy. Because that's how things work. Does he have a Rabid Bite? Looks like he's got the Rabid Bite. think you'd do the divination first. That's what I would think. Alright, and we are dead. Very unfortunate. Alright, well. Starting off with the loss. But I think I have too many regrets about how that game was played. Got a little stuck on mana, a little awkward. I'll try to do better. What is that, platinum? I don't know what these fancy symbols mean. Yep, gotta keep this end. Hopefully he doesn't play like Druid of the Cal here, or that guy, I guess. I mean, that guy's not that bad because I don't mind too much if we're trading for him. He's probably not interested in the trade. Not gonna Luminous Bonds him. I can't really do anything about that. Alright, well, that is our 5th land. Sucks to be passing turn 4 here, but what you gonna do? Sure. So definitely just playing our planes and playing our dragon here. Not much else to do. And I assume he's going to be taking 5, going to 12. Yeah. See if he's got an answer to the dragon. We don't really know what his other color is. Presumably has one. Okay. Can almost just kill him next turn. Yeah, the only reason we can't kill him is because he'll have the blocker from us taking it. So I think all we do here is hit him for 5, play the Pyromancer. Yeah, let's just do the... We become so... Oh wait, we do kill him, right? Because we active treason this, shock it, hit him... Yeah, okay. This works. We'll shock the token. And then we get to kill him with the Pyromancer here. So not bad. I'll take that one. We even get a sweet, sweet Orcish Vandal for the trouble. Alright, so we're 1-1. I feel like I play against a lot of Teferis at this rank. Alright, gotta keep this hand. If you're mulliganing this hand, not sure what you're doing playing this deck. Huh. Yeah, I don't think I want to trade, so I'll say hello. Hello. Sure. So we'll get in. Just this guy. I think we'll find a better spot to attack with our Swiftclaw. Our hand's got some trickiness to it. Okay, he's got the life gain deck. That is the combo, I suppose. I think it's pretty safe to attack with everything and just go for the Mighty Leap here. Like, it's not great, but it's gonna punch through, and that rift that dude's pretty annoying. I don't think there's too much that gets us here. Yeah, and like, there's a lot of ways we just like straight kill him next turn. It's not a ton of ways we kill him, but it could happen. So 7, 8. Well, actually, do we kill him? Because he's at 14, so we do 7, 8, 10, 14, right? Yeah, we kill him. So he goes to 4, and then we thud, target him, sack our 4-2. Got him. Alright, that's what I like to see from these decks. We level up? Give me that level. Rank up, look at that. We got the pointy thing back. That's what I want to see. Alright, we got 2 wins. 2 and 1, not bad. Making it work with Boros. Alright, we got a Chandra this time. Yeah, we gotta keep this end. It's more mana than we'd like, but we do have 6 drops and 5 drops in the deck. But yeah, I mean, we gotta keep it. That's already too many lands. Hopefully get in a hit with our Pyromancer, but people do play a lot of 2 drops. Alright, I think I'll just... it's not clear that he's going to trade. He might think himself the aggressor. Oh. And, I mean, it's a fine trade if he does make it. And he doesn't. Yeah, that's more annoying. So how to proceed here? Yeah, I guess we just put this on our Pyromancer, and then haste this guy if he wants to trade. I mean, it doesn't really matter which guy we put it on. And if he's going to trade, I'm sure he's going to make the trade here. But that guy's going to be annoying no matter what, so... So assume he's going to block there, take 4, go to 12. But we have so many X1s that we just need to do that. Alright, he's got the 4-3. Let's see if he wants to make an attack. Alright. Too many lines. Yeah, I think we're just bonding here. And we get him for 3. So he's at 9. Let's hope there's no 6 drop in our future here. Okay, Luminous Bonds on our 2-1 is not that bad. And I think we're happy to trade 3 for 3 here. Alright, we got the Brute. So he's got some kind of instant in hand, but I don't think I'm that concerned with whatever it is. Alright, 3-1 for 3-1. Wouldn't shock me if he had a trick there, but he doesn't. Alright, let's see if we can finish this game off. We're in pretty good shape right now. Alright, we got him. We're getting something sweet. It's a good limited card. Up against Lino. Yep, this is what we're in for. Actually, thought this was the other goblin, but we're still keeping it. Thought it was the haste goblin. But still a good hand. I mean, it's not really changing anything. Yeah, and as usual, our goblins are totally blanked. Happy to draw land here, though. If he wants to attack, I'll double block with the goblin tokens. Okay, he's not interested in that. I think we just play stag here and pass. Building out a pretty nice board here. We got a game plan, that's for sure. He's just going to disperse that guy now. I think we're going to double lock. I don't hate attacking here and just electrifying his 2-3 after blocks. He may not block. And I mean, that'd be good too. Yeah, that's fine. It's always good when your opponent's neither attacking nor blocking with their creatures, and you're not doing anything. Okay, well, this looks like it should be a pretty good turn for us. Yeah, I mean, this is just amazing good turn for us, because we get to drop the dragon, and then attack with the team, tap is 4/5, and he's going to be taking 10 points of damage here. Don't mind that. Looks like he's a little stuck on mana. Alright, kind of tapped wrong for that, I think. I don't know if he was planning on actually using it or not, but a little awkward for him. If we draw a land, alright, we just win. Good deal. So we're now 3-1. Ooh, look at that. We got that second bar of that gold tier 3. 4 wins, so 4-1 now. I'll say I've been getting some sweet wins with this deck. Alright, up against JMO, another Teferi. Oof. It's an awkward hand. Because we do have 2 2-drops, but it really tapers off after there. Then we're stuck with these 2 5-drops in hand. Like, if he just plays a 2-3 or like an Omen Speaker, we're just like toast. I think I'm going to mulligan it. It's just a little bit awkward. Okay. I don't love this hand either, but I think it's actually got a little bit more potential. So we'll keep. Scrying a mountain. Man, if we hit a mountain on top. I hope there's not a mountain on top, because then I'm going to have to really think about what to do. I'll keep. Okay, that one. So we're on the. I can't remember if we're on the play, but I mean we got to keep that one. How we sequence things, not sure. All right. I think we'll just play this. There's a good chance we'll get to use our shock this turn on his 2-drop if he plays like Child of Night or something like that. So we'll still get to use our mana. The Instigator's not doing a ton. Oh, he's just playing another one of those guys. All right. Well, Instigator would definitely not be doing a ton against that guy. Alright, well, we're drawing our lands, which is what we need. These 4/2s match up pretty well here. I feel like we haven't really drawn Inspired Charge, which we have 2 of them in the deck, as I recall. Alright, that'll be a good shock target. So I think the play here is we're going to shock this guy, and then we're going to play Instigator. Really not in a hurry to get Cavalry out against his 2 0/0/3s here. I mean, not that Instigator's doing anything either, but lets us get in for 4 at least. Huh, it's a bit annoying. I think I'm just going to play the Gallant Cavalry here. That really doesn't do anything, but I don't think electrifying his Plague Mirror is correct. So I'm just going to pass. Now we're kind of in the mode. I think we're definitely behind. Obviously depends on what he's got going in his hand, but he's at a relatively high life total, good defensive position. Let's see if he gets ballsy and just tries to make an attack with Plague Mare here. Looks like no. Do we care about the... I guess we don't care about the Spider right now. I think I'm just going to hold on to the Electrify. It risks getting blown out by a combat trick on his turn, because we'll probably have to use it into turn, but I'm just a little bit afraid we'll need to use it on something more relevant. Yeah, I think we'll use it now. Let's see if we do get blown out. It's not really a blowout. I mean, it's obviously a 1-for-1 in. Alright. I don't think I'm supposed to attack with the 4-2 and make that trade, so we're just going to sit tight. Not in a good spot, though. He gets to start draining us for 2 every turn. And we don't really have a good way to punch through as it stands. We can start attacking with our 2-2s as of next turn for very marginal value. Even more marginal now. The other option would be we can wait for Inspired Charge, and that's going to be a lot better. So I think that's the game plan. Because we could actually really get him with Inspired Charge. Whereas if we trade off a bunch of creatures right now... I don't think it's that good for us. We have 2 Inspired Charges, so it's not impossible. Like, we could actually wind up totally owning him. It'll be somewhat obvious because it'll just be like we draw and then suddenly these attacks that we didn't want to make for turns are good, and there's only so many things it can really be. Or we can just keep drawing lands. Let's just pass. We'll keep the card in hand. I don't think there's a giant reason to do it, and... But yeah, I mean, these life gain stuff's gonna suck because I mean he's above starting life total now, and presumably his draws are a bit better than ours. We have some good draws though. We got several big flyers. Okay. Assume he's gonna shoot the Motivator here. That's like the biggest and most annoying guy. Not the biggest. He's not the biggest guy. He's the smallest guy, but he is the most annoying guy because he has the biggest potential impact on the board. Yeah, I'm gonna just play land, and yeah, we're pretty doomed here. Okay, that's like one of our best possible draws. We'll see if it's good enough. It's kind of hard to imagine it is, but it's something. All right, we're connecting. I didn't have murder. Alright, well, active treason would be pretty good now. I think we gotta try to remove this guy from the board. Yeah. So we're not getting drained this turn. So we could take a hit for 7, I guess. Just trying to think how we can actually win here. I think I gotta block like this. It's really hard to imagine us winning this one. So we take a hit for 7. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's basically at 18. Stud's gonna have to be active treason plus stud. Maybe. Don't think so. Alright. So we can hit him for 6, 12. If for some reason he didn't block this guy, we could win. So, I mean, I guess you gotta hope he misclicks or something, right? You'd also have to not gain life. That'd be a pretty remarkable series of mistakes. Maybe if he just hits the pass turn thing. Yeah, I mean this. Alright. He got us. Going down that tick. So 4-2 now. Let's keep it going. Up against Phantom. That looks like the kind of hand we want to keep. The thud's kind of awkward in the hand, but what you gonna do? Need to draw some lands relatively soon. Alright, perfect. So we'll just go ahead and smash him for 3 here. He's got some kind of instinct because it's stopping, and it's evidently not a shock. So it's probably got Titanic Growth or Sure Strike. That would be my guess. He definitely would have used shock, so I'm just gonna maximize the damage here. Yeah, pretty solid start. I mean, we've hit him for 9 by turn 3. Not much more you can ask for. All right, that card doesn't do anything. So we actually just kill him? 7, yeah, we just kill him here. Our opponent did nothing this game. And can kill him in 2 different ways. Well, that was a fast win. Got that tick back, thank God. Alright. Let's see if we can get win number 6. Got ourselves an opponent, Moose Droppings, with the old Chandra. I don't know what that one's called. I'm going to keep this hand. I don't like it. But it's pretty good if we draw a 2-drop or even a 3-drop creature. It definitely has got clear risk to it. But if we can draw, like, we got a lot of 2-drops. Even if we just draw a 3-drop, I don't hate the hand. Alright, that's not what we wanted to draw. Let's go ahead and attack. He doesn't know how bad this card is in our current hand. God, it gives away so much information. All the passing. Still in it if we draw a 3-drop. Pretty rough if we draw land. It's gonna have to be almost perfect draws from there on out if we draw land here. Alright, well, at least it wasn't a land. Somewhere in between. Don't think when Illuminous bonds anything here. Okay, not great. I guess we electrify this 3-2. And we can get it for 1. That's something like something. We haven't drawn totally horrendously. I'm not that excited about it. I think we got Illuminous bonds on the Angel here. And I guess we attack. We're not blocking. Stag's not terrible. I mean, I think we're playing the... Definitely playing the dragon. So let's just think about this. So we hit him for 4 down to 16. And then let's say we get to steal this guy and tap something next turn. Then we'll be hitting him for... So we'll be at 16. We hit him for another 4, 7, 11. So it's not done. And we're getting hit back right now for 7 down to 4. So it's not great. So I don't really know what our plan is here. Maybe the plan is just to draw Thud. Maybe we hold back the dragon. Not trade 4 for 2. Seems odd, but he's at 20, so I think that's the plan. I mean, it also potentially stops this druid. So I guess we just kind of have to hope he's petering out. The only bad news is I'm pretty sure he missed a land drop. So... did he? I don't know. I think we've hit all our land drops. So I think he must have played all of his lands since it's now his turn 6. So he could have a bunch of land in hand. Alright. Yeah, that sucks. So we're taking 8, 9. Alright, I think it's like Thud or Bust right now. Yeah, we take 9, go to 2. I don't think chump blocking... Maybe chump blocking's right. That's looked weird. I mean, I guess we don't die. We just come very close to dying. So I'll play the stag. We chump block there, and then we can block that guy. That's assuming he's got nothing. If he's got anything, we're clearly dead. Yeah, that's gonna do it. Alright, we died. Alright, so 5 and 3 in this one. What are you going to do? Lost that tick again, damn it. So let's claim our prize. Got most of our stuff back, and we got this sweet pack, which is going to have whatever the most expensive rare is in the set. Nicol Bolas? No, not this time. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Catch you later.